All right, so start with a question. Give me a question. What? 3H. Okay. Can you tell me what 3H is? Limit x approaches 0? Over what? Did I copy down the question right?
There's no 2 in there. On the top is the minus.
There's no second 2. Then you can see that.
Maybe you are. No.
It's okay.
No, today he was really mean to Jake Hill.
I made a mistake.
He says that kid that did not make it to UF.
He said, "Do you guys know Jake Hill?" And I said, "Oh, was it the kid that didn't make it into UF?" About him.
That's like that's really low in the bill. You know Jake, right? Yeah.
I know him. I was like, that's the one thing.
Then you don't make fun of him. You are.
I was just describing how I knew him.
You could have said just a white kid.
I asked you.
That white kid from the band.
I asked you if you knew.
That would be
Adrian.
less offensive to him than anything else.
I asked you if you knew Adrian. You said that exactly.
I did not say that. I don't use that word.
You said it. He was a bad person. You said very, very calm terms. He was not a good person.
Yeah, I use a very calm term. Huh? I like Jake Hill. I love Jake Hill. Jake Hill take my class for 2 years. How can I not love him? All right, so obviously we got a predicament here. The question's really complicated. I cannot divide it by x. If I divide it by x, the other side has to be divided by 2x. So I don't know. So I'm gonna see. Well, I have sine of 2x. Sine of 2x can change to what? 2 sine of x cosine of x, right? So far, do I break any math? I didn't. I just changed the identity. And I say, okay, what else can do? What else I can do? What kind of math I can do here? Factors. Good. So limit x approaches 0, sine of x times, oh, I can factor out 2 sine of x. 1 minus cosine of x, right? Over x cosine of x. What'd you say? Now, do you see something here? That's 1, right? And do you see that I can say limits x approaches 0, 2 sine of x over x, that one we already know. And then we have this left over is splitting. And that's going to be times 1 over cosine of x minus cosine of x over cosine of x. Did I break any math? And then that's going to give you 1, 1, 1, 2 times 1 minus 1 is equal to 0. What? I did. You cannot take out 2 inside the sine 2x. Are you talking about from this step to here? Yeah, I take out the 2 sine of x. Maddie, you give me that look like I don't know what you're talking about.
No, like
You cannot factor out 2 because this 2 is inside the sign. You cannot take out 2 because that doesn't make sense. The argument never touch.
Mister, is it me or I think like board got dark?
Huh?
Is it? I think it got dark.
I changed color.
Yeah, I feel like it's harder to see. I used to sit farther, but I could see it. I remember seeing
Glare,
it.
probably.
I feel like the brightness is
Glare of the light.
much as like looking at it. I feel like that's
All right, next question. Look, have a seat. Next question. Avadesh, do you have a question?
Can you do 3B?
3B, sure. What does 3B says?
Limit like 0. Do tan x minus sine x. Yeah. Over x cosine x.
Okay. For me, this is just kind of see what's the best way to do this. For me, I can make that sine of x over x because I see the sine of x over there. So I can say, okay, well, let's multiply top and bottom by 1 over x. And the reason why I see that is because 10x over x is same result as sine of x over x because it just have extra cosine on the side. So limits x approach 0, that's going to be 10 of x over x minus sine of x over x because they are distributed. And over here, it's going to be x cancel out of cosine of x, which is, we know, is 1. So this one is going to be sine of x, cosine of x over x minus sine of x over cosine of x. Limit x approach 0. Now this part is going to give you what? 1, 1, 1, 1. 1 minus 1 over 1 is equal to 0.
We do 3F.
3f?
Limit,
Sure.
when limit x to 0, 1 minus cosine x over tangent x.
1 minus cosine x over 10 of x? Yeah, this one's really tricky. Actually, it's eerie. I give her a 5 point. She figured out before I did. So multiply by cosine of x over sine of x because it moved to the top, it becomes cotangent. And cotangent changes to cosine of x over sine of x. Then I can split this even more. Right? Now, what happened? This is question is very cool. I think she deserved a 5 point, whether she could help or not. She multiplied top and bottom by x over x. So this x go to here, this x go to here. So be limit x approach 0 of 1 minus cosine of x over x times by cosine of x times by x sine of x. So I got rid of 2x here. The problem is this one's actually give me 0. That's a second trig limit. Oh, where's Shang? Shang is supposed to be here. This one is gonna be what? 1. It's 1. So the answer is 0. Very cool question. Shout out to Erie. She was about to drop my class. I convinced her don't. And she proved that she belonged to this class with this question.
How is it that you multiply x over x, and then the bottom x goes over to the first string?
X over x, the multiplication count. You can move anywhere you want. 2 times 3 times 4. Doesn't matter 2 is which order. I can say 3 times 4 times 2. I can say 5 times 3 times 2.
Oh, last one. 3b. Why did it become sine of x times cosine?
Last one.
So like we have the last step, if x over x becomes sine of x.
Oh, I mean this. You're right. This was cosine of x right here. It doesn't matter. That still become 1. I probably write it too fast, and I didn't. Don't be copied down. I understand what's going on. So math is 2 things. One is confidence, and one is you got to have the mental fortitude to fight through a obstacle. This class doesn't really teach you math. It builds characters. It's gonna ask you to think and outthink every single problem. You have to take on a challenge and you have to break it. And I thought Yuri did that job yesterday. So I found out a few people really capable. I really like. One is Sophia from second period. Really like her. She's very strong. She did question 4 in 2 minutes. Ethan is another one I really like. So right now I see 2 people can bot through when they get stuck. And those are the people I think is tremendous. If you just let me defeat you, that's not good enough. Figure out a way to fight through it. You're gonna bounce up stronger. You can never let me push you down. You have to bounce back when I push you down. And I will push you down every single day. And you're gonna bounce back stronger. That's how you do well in this class. If you let me push you down, then you just defeat it. You defeat it, don't be here. Next question.
Is it 3G?
3G? Always question 3, huh? 3G. Limit x approach 0.
Yeah.
Okay. Very good question. Catherine, you asked this question? Great. Now, you don't believe you can solve this question. Okay, I want you to fake it. Think about any math you can do.
Can you do like times x over x?
X over x.
To
Oh.
get like
Okay, so that idea is not good, but that's give me a new idea. So give me a new idea. So let's just pretend we all don't know how to do this problem. What kind of idea that you can provide me to help you solve this problem? Factor the 2L. No, there's no 2. Because the other side doesn't have a 2. The second term doesn't have a 2. Factor x, good. That's a good choice. X approach 0, sine of 2x over x. Why? Because this is almost one of the things, right? There's 2x plus 1 here. Now, what do you see? What happened here? What does it need there? You need what? A 2. So can I multiply by 2 over 2? And this becomes what? 1. And what happened? You got 2 over 2 times 0 plus 1. The answer is 2. Chase is cooking it. And the rest of you guys just lost in the sauce. What? I don't know. I know how to speak Gen Z now.
Yeah. Where's the last one, right? Yeah. So it's negative one because you back it out of negative one and you do it like region. So
3L. Oh, that's a. Oh, okay. Maddie's gonna help me with here. So can you tell me the questions?
Can't 3x over 3
Like this?
L.
It's negative 2x.
Okay, so that's a good question. So what would you suggest, Maddie? Okay, you can take out a 3. Like this. Okay, so what do I do from there? Okay, I'm gonna do that for you. So that's gonna be sine of 3x over cosine of 3x. And this one is gonna divide it by sine of 2x over cosine of 2x. So gonna keep change flip, so it'll be 1/3 limit x approach 0 sine of 3x over cosine of 3x times by cosine of 2x over sine of 2x. Tony, how are you late at 4th period? Chase is a new group leader in that group.
Only was the whole group leader.
Yeah, supposedly. Then he start making video on TikTok. Then his grades start going down.
You know what's TikTok?
I heard about it.
When you break it apart,
I know about all the things I'm not supposed to know. Okay, so now good. What do I do from now?
Denominator of sine plus sine 2x.
What do you mean switch?
3x over sine 2x.
Oh, okay. Well, I can do that. Yeah. But that's not gonna help me. But how about this? I'll split like this, and I'm just do cosine of 2x over cosine of 3x. I think that'll be slightly better. What do I need here? 3x. What do I need here? So it'll be 3x over 3x, 2x over 2x, right? So it'll be 1/3 limit x approach 0 sine of 3x over 3x, and there's a 2x over sine of 2x times by cosine of 2x cosine of 3x. And this one is going to be what? 3x over 2x, right? Is that right? So the x cancel out, then answer is 2. This is 1. This is 1. This is 1. This is 3 over 2. So answer is 1/2. Is that right?
Yes.
Nice. Yeah, he probably did.
I hate that he gets it right.
I still mark you wrong.
You're gonna mark me wrong. The issue.
Wait, how is it going down?
Because 3/2 inside and there's 1/3 outside. Good job, Maddie, if you know how to get that one. Did you get it right? Nice. You're supposed to finish at home, homework. Oh, that's the good one. Okay. Like those the other teacher come by, Ollie coming yesterday. He's like, how did hell there's so many kids here after school? I was like, this is home.
So this way. Okay, how do you know which one you're supposed to sub for? So like if on the last one, like I did cosine, like I made it cosine squared first, and then I made it sine squared. Like how was I supposed to? How was I supposed to know I was supposed to use sine squared?
For 5.
Yeah, well,
Just whichever one's easiest to
it
cancel
still
out.
worked, but it took a lot longer.
Whichever one's easiest to cancel out. So like, I did it time.
Because cosine squared works too, but you have to factor out negative one.
Yeah, I did.
Which question is that?
Last one.
Because I didn't do cosine squared, but you did cosine squared.
So this one?
Because it's,
Both of them still work.
no, the
This
last
one?
question on the paper. I did because you can cancel out the ones.
Okay, because with cosine, I just factored out negative one, and that was my answer.
Yeah, you can do that. I just.
I mean, both
Yeah.
of them work, but it's just weird.
No. All right. That's like a good question. There's one other question look like that. Hold on a second. There's
yeah, it should be
another one.
3.
3J.
3J.
Yeah.
Yeah.
If I did it like
Yeah.
3J,
Okay. 3J is 3J is 3J doesn't need it. 3J doesn't
yeah,
have.
because you don't factor out negative.
3J is a Pythagorean identity. Because that just changed to sine square of x.
Yeah.
Okay, so now this one's interesting, right? You have 3 options. Cosine of 2x has 3 options. Has cosine square of x minus sine square of x. Now, RJ is asking, Rajesh is asking a question, sorry. 2x equal to, this one's 1 minus 2 sine square of x. And the cosine 2x is equal to 2 cosine square of x minus 1. Now, what your goal is to figure out which one to substitute the best. There was 2 reasons. Last period, Taylor Fred says, I'm going to choose the second one because I know that I'm going to get sine square of x over x squared, which is, that's also a good reason. But the second, I would say this, the primary reason is to reduce as many terms as possible. So you want one to be in the front, not in the back, because that negative sign is going to distribute to the back and becomes positive. And then it becomes more numbers. But you want a number to cancel out. So the idea is, how do I know? Like, I think, therefore I am, no, I'm just kidding. So I'm going to say, I want to substitute something that 1 can cancel out so it's more easier. So if I do 1 minus 2 sine square of x minus 1, because that 1 would have canceled out. And that becomes a limits as negative 2 over 2 sine square of x over x squared. And because this 1 cancel out, and the answer is negative 1, and that's it. I'm proud of you too. The thing is, you gotta fight through those problems. Nobody can help you. You can look at other people doing math. You cannot perform it yourself. You can watch other people play basketball. You're not gonna become a basketball player. You gotta go there and shoot. And you miss. And you shoot again. And you miss again. That's okay. But you're shooting. You're getting closer. And eventually you'll make a shot. My son's about this high. He's really short. He's the shortest one. He's shorter than all the girls in this classroom, all the boys in this classroom. He was the shortest one. And they take him to go play basketball. I said, you gotta make a shot. Did not touch the rim. The ball did not hit the rim. For 2 hours straight. You're gonna make a shot until you go home. You're gonna make a shot until you go home. And guess what? He keep on pushing that. One shot, he finally make it. It was like the biggest accomplishment of his life. I filmed it on TikTok. You want to see it? It's very, very motivational. Oh no, I don't have it. You guys go to Yale Math, you guys see it.
Yeah, by the end of this year, you're gonna give me the honorary Asian title. So I want you to know that.
You're not gonna get an honorary Asian title. I'm gonna let you know that right now.
No, he's good at it.
Huh?
He's really good.
So?
Yeah.
All right.
Oh yeah.
You saw the video?
Like 2 weeks ago.
Yeah. He just keep on shooting.
I was at the school.
Yeah. Thank you. Follow me, yeah, math, on Instagram and on TikTok and on YouTube. Wait, what else I need? Twitch. Cake. I don't do Twitter. Nobody will reply to me. I feel like I'll send things, nobody will reply to me.
Because you just say something super out of pocket.
You can get canceled there faster.
Yeah.
You want to get canceled so bad? That's what it
That's like a
is. Canceled.
That's not the way I want to die.
Absolutely instantly.
Another question. This one is Ethan did this one, and I saw his work, and I kind of I kind of disagree with his work, and that's okay. But he did it right. It's no problem. I'm just gonna say there is a way faster way to approach this. You just have to make math happen by multiply by 1. And people say that, what do you mean by multiply by 1? Can I make this sine of x over sine of x over x? So can I just multiply by 1 over x top and bottom? So that's going to be sine of x over x. And this going to distribute here. That's going to become 1 plus sine of x over x. Boom.
You said we're not learning Hopital.
Yeah, it's a very the problem El Hopter rule is very useful, but it's only useful for AP exam. It's not, I mean, I would teach you. It doesn't take 2 minutes to teach, but you need to know how to do all the derivative first. So we haven't learned any derivative. How am I going to teach you El Hopter rule? Next question. Phi what? E? What's phi E says? Limit x approach 0. Okay, this is a good one. Now on your SAT, you're gonna see this question. On your SAT, so you might want to think about this. This is called co-function identity. So it's gonna be cosine of pi over 2 minus x, that's equal to sine of x. Or they can be like cosine of 90 degree minus x equal to sine of x. Now what I mean by that is sine graph and cosine graph is shifted pi over 2 in a different direction. Shift pi over 2 to the left. Okay, so what does that mean on SAT? Sometimes they will say, hopefully I can see a SAT question. Let me just pull recent SAT question. So let's just do SAT and I don't know if this one has it. I'm checking. They always have one on every test, so I'm gonna see if they have one on this one. Oh, they have different one here. By the way, what's the answer of this one? What's the answer for this one?
0.6.
0.6. Good job. Because the opposite over adjacent for sine is same thing as cosine. That's because you are looking at different starting point. Huh? You get that one on the way first? Sorry. Let me see if I can find the questions here. Usually at the end, And usually they have a sine function and cosine function, and usually to deal with co-function identities. Maybe in the first section. No, they have different questions here. We are in practice 2. Let's check out practice 2. Usually it's on the first section at the end. Maybe not. Maybe last section at the end. Usually it's at the end, I know. Nope. I can't find it. When I need it, I can never find stuff. Let me see if I can find on this one. I think I need to look for the real one. Yep, there we go. Huh? The answer is 4/5. Oh, my son's back. So the answer is 4/5. Because cosine of 90 minus x is the sine of x. And sine of x is 40/5. 4/5, so therefore the answer is 4/5. What is that trying to say? It's trying to say this question is equal to limits as x approaches 0 of sine of x over x, and not just equal to 1. Not only that, you actually know about this. Just imagine sine of 60 degrees, right? Sine of 60 degrees is equal to cosine of 90 minus 60, which kind of makes sense. Sine of 60 is square root 3 over 2. Cosine of 30 is also square root 3 over 2. Right? So this equal to each other. Does that make sense? And also, like, it could be sine of, let's say sine of 70 degrees is equal to cosine of 20 degrees. And yeah, so this is on SAT. A lot of people don't think that things on SAT, there's a lot of things on SAT you can apply. Questions? You gotta go in, you gotta make a shot, you're gonna miss. You're gonna make a shot again, you're gonna miss. Simon saw the video.
You miss 100% of the shot.
Sure. You'll never get a girlfriend if you don't give a shot at. Well, unless she asks you out. And then she's a shot maker, not you. You are just the rim. Today you're gonna have a review. It's gonna bunch of review question. I'm gonna post it. Make sure you know how to do all of them. 3A, what the 3A says. Huh? 3K, what the 3K says. Okay, so same thing. Which choice I want to choose? Out of the 3 different things here, which choice I want to choose? Huh? I want to choose the one I can cancel out of 1. So which one do I want? Because if you minus -1 becomes adding 1. So you want to choose the second one. looks, not this one, the ugly one. You should be paying attention, not talking to Corbin. 1 minus 1, 0. So that's gonna be 2 sine square of x. On the bottom is 5x squared. And then just take out 2 over 5. Then you got sine square of x over x squared, which is 1. So 2 over 5 is done. No, it's a positive because distributing negative, negative is positive. Distribute a negative sign. Vincent, you never ask questions. Won't you ask questions? Okay, that's fair. Next time, I'm gonna ask you to ask questions. I hate people don't ask questions. If you don't know, to ask questions. If you know, answer questions. But don't just stay there. Don't ask questions if you don't know.
Nice.